rolling?
Yeah, dog.
Let's do it. So we got a lot of stuff to cover today. A lot of things happening, like we moved, we got a new studio, which is freaking awesome, by the way. And we got Iron Man's electric whip to
Oh, no.
If you just want to see the whip, you can skip forward, or you could, stick around.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
So a lot of you asked for this project, and as you know, pretty much whatever you want, if there's enough interest, I'll make it. All I'm asking is that you drop a comment for a build idea down below. Maybe toss a like too. So in the last project, we finished up the human flying drone, which is probably the most badass project I've ever made. Super proud of it. Definitely check that video out if you haven't seen it. Like, we set a new bar for what we can do on this channel. So yeah, the theme right now is leveling up. We've leveled up the projects, now we're gonna level up the production. Here's what I mean. We upgraded the cameras and the man behind it. And we also upgraded the location. We packed up my whole studio and shipped it here to LA. Did have to take apart the drone to ship it though. This part's gonna hurt a little bit. Ouch. But I mean, it shouldn't be too bad to put back together. I shipped my car too, on this crazy transport truck that looks about as safe as my drone. Then I flew it myself, where I then crashed a truck that takes way less skill to drive than that transport truck. Just trying to get supplies for this house and this Iron Man whip project. I gotta stop doing that. Basically, we're spending a ton of money on this new setup so we can bring you the best content possible. So luckily, the champions of gaming have come to our rescue to sponsor this video. You guys know it's coming. It's Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is a dark fantasy RPG with over 200,000 5-star reviews on the App Store. Like, the fact that you've probably already heard of them from everyone else shows they know what they're doing. The game has 16 different factions with their own unique champions. I'm like a first faction guy myself, called the Tolarians, maybe you've heard of them. Home to champions like Banner Lords, High Elves, and the Sacred Order. I wish they would make me a champion. You already know I'd have Dark Lord Saroth running for his life when they see me coming with this electric whip we're about to build. You don't want this smoke. This month, Raid has tweaked and rebalanced over 20 champions to make PvP arena battles even more competitive. With innovative blended PvE and PvP gameplay, Raid Shadow Legends is able to combine strategy and fantasy, resulting in fierce battles and an immersive storyline. So immersive that I don't think Christian noticed we moved to LA. So definitely check out that link below. Every new player will get a welcome pack that includes 100,000 silver, 1 energy refill, 3 ancient shards, and a free champion called Adjudicator. So you get extra rewards in your inbox for the next 30 days only. So to build this whip, or really any other projects, first we had to build the studio. Okay, like.
Yeah, right there.
Nice. While we're at it, might as well show you the whole place. Come with me. MTV Cribs, baby. So this is the front yard. What's going on, dude?
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Alright, word.
Alright.
Oh, look, we got Chopper. Wait, do you know that guy?
No, I thought you knew
him. I just kind of thought he was your friend.
He didn't have a phone, he had an iron.
You just kind of booked it out of there. This could be a great place to film tons of projects, who knows. Grass is a little dry, but I could see a drone flying somewhere around here. So welcome to the crib. Oh, that's supposed to be like that. We'll figure that out. Let's check out the backyard. What's up, dude?
Like and subscribe right now.
You can see huge backyard as well. Again, more projects, more drones. Nice little patio area over here. Even got a lemon tree too.
Follow him on TikTok.
And we got an orange tree. Thank you. So kind. I've come back inside. Little washer dryer. What's up, bro? You stuck?
Dude, my hand's stuck.
Oh, we'll get him later. Living room. That brings us right back to the studio. So the big thing I'm excited about with this place is just all the space. Like, we're gonna be able to do so many sick projects. Again, drop those comments for what we should make next. Also, let me know if you want to see a little bit more like lifestyle stuff. Now that we're out here, maybe an additional 4-minute update video a week where we do some behind the scenes, maybe some smaller projects, maybe some collabs. We're out here now, so hit us up. But yeah, let me know if that sounds interesting. All right, so the Whiplash electric whip from Iron Man 2. So from what I can tell, it's 2 electric whips attached to a knockoff arc reactor. The user electrify the whips, but not zap themselves. Looks pretty badass too. So I'm thinking maybe we get 2 chains, connect them to a handle and have them so just a little bit apart, and wire up some tasers so they arc across the gap. 2 chains, 4 tasers, high potential I shock myself with this. Get that pun. All right, so we got a nice curved PVC handle with 2 chains connected, attached to some spacers to stop them from shorting out. And when you turn it on, any place where you touch both the chains gets zapped. So even if we hold it sideways, it doesn't twist and it doesn't short. So like this is pretty cool, right? Like if you touch it to any metal, it'll really mess it up. But I think it's missing like that mad science spark jumps like you see in the movies. The problem with that is what makes it so cool. It's super scary and very dangerous. Like if we put too many amps at too high a voltage, we just die. Because high voltage electricity isn't exactly my specialty, let's talk to someone who knows what they're doing. So I hit up Jay from the Plasma channel. Like he builds a ton of cool stuff involving high voltage electricity, so definitely check him out. So his idea was to get a bunch of 400 kilovolt high voltage generators and run the leads out of 2 parallel whips. But each pair will be connected a few inches from each other, spaced out along the whip, kind of like a ladder. That way we can have several arcs of electricity all at once. It'll sound way louder, look way cooler, and way more terrifying if all goes well. Before I build my inventions though, let's take a look at some of the stuff you guys made and sent to me. Very cool stuff, guys. I hope you all keep sending me your projects at Jlaservideo on Instagram is the best way to do it, or email me, because it's really inspiring to me and everyone else who watches these videos. So I ordered 20 high voltage generators, then I 3D modeled some chain link pieces that can hold the 40 wires that we need. Took a few variations, but eventually I got one that I think will work. They link together with screws, which I'm also going to use as the breakout points for the electricity. So we got 20 voltage generators spaced out about 3 inches, so that gives us a whip length of about 5 feet. Not bad. So I built a box out of the electronics with some MDF. I added some lights to make it look sweet, obviously, and I poked all the wires out the back, kind of like a circuit board. But now we got like 100 wires, and all of them need to go to a specific place, so yeah, I guess let's do that. Real quick though, I just had to test it to see what sort of power this thing could put out. Careful though, the results may shock you.
Ooh.
Dude, just to test it, I've got each lead taped about like a centimeter apart. High probability of blowing up in 3, 2, 1. Jesus. Wow. For the wires, I'm using some Cat 6 cable because it's really thin and has 8 wires. So we should be able to run out the 40 wires in as little space as possible so it doesn't get too cumbersome and heavy. Lastly, I threw on some backpack straps and put a cover on the front and back of the box for some insulation. Wow, that was a lot of wiring. First test to sort of see if we're on the right track. Fingers crossed this doesn't explode. That's crazy. All right, so here's the whip. Got the box, got the plastic covering, but when we get inside, got this LiPo battery that powers it. Plugged into these 2 terminals, it's a power generator. We've all the high voltage generators right here. And we've got the lights, of course, and all the wires leading out. I covered this in a little bit of paracord out to this handle right here. We've got a safety pull cord right here, so you can just pull this out if for whatever reason you want to cut the power manually. But then on the handle of the whip, we've got this switch right here. So that's what makes it sparks. 3, 2, 1. So if it doesn't arc, it will if you touch a screwdriver to it. Pretty much anywhere on the whip you touch, you're zapped. It's like the world's biggest, most badass bug zapper. All right, so I ended up having to rewire the entire whip. So basically the electricity was shorting out in this box. So it was arcing over here and not in the actual whip area where we want it. So I took it all apart, rewired the entire thing. It was a freaking nightmare. Basically I upped my insulation and also used a little bit of thicker gauge wire. And now, you don't want to see this. All right, now the scary part. I actually have to put this thing on my back and use it that way. All right, let's do it. Hopefully I don't get shocked with 1,000,000 volts. Oh, this is actually kind of sick holding this. Let's go. All right, let's go have some fun.
Yo, what are you doing?
The whip was overheating, so we had to stick it in the freezer a little bit just to cool it off, because it works better that way. So we got some Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
There it is, guys, Iron Man's electric whip. I still think we could do it a little better in the future. I mean, all we need is just a ton more power. But I'm very excited though for what's to come, and I just gotta thank you guys for making this all possible. Like, we're finally on that level where we can do some truly amazing stuff. I also gotta thank this guy for joining the journey and helping me out. This is Christian, you might remember him from previous videos.
Stop.
Dude, hold still, I'm gonna miss.
Got anything to say?
I'm here because you guys have seen so much of Jake's freaking face.
He's gonna do this right now. Say we're looking for new replacements. If you wanna send it out.
Alright, listen.
Listen up.
Jacob.
Is that an earthquake? Is this an earthquake?
Wow!
Wow, dude.
What else can I say?
Say a couple nice things. You can't think of one? I'm shook.
I remember one time.
Christian, ladies and gentlemen, this guy, welcome to the team.